12:30 on your midday mix. George Barnett Band for you. Doors from Prime Circle and Gangs of Ballet with Follow kicking off that triple play. Really happy and excited to announce a brand new feature that's going to be running on Tuesdays on the show from 12:30. It's called The Business Boost. We're going to be chatting to entrepreneurs. We're going to be chatting to business owners. So not only will you be kind of exposed to businesses that you might not have come across in a regular course of things, you'll also be hearing from entrepreneurs who are out there doing it and hopefully getting some advice from them. We're going to be chatting to NSBC Africa as CEO and founder, Mike.
Business Boost is brought to you by Mix 93.8 and the National Small Business Chamber, turning small business into big business.
On the show, Mike Anderson from NSBC Africa is the founder and CEO. Mike, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today.
Damian, great to be here. Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure. So tell us a bit about the NSBC Africa. What do you guys do?
Well, NSBC Africa is Africa's largest SME organization, fastest growing organization of its kind in the world. We have over 146,000 SMEs who are members of the organization. And basically what we do to foster the growth and the sustainability of the SME sector with the ultimate objective is job creation within the SME sector. So, of course, through the year, we do amazing events, initiatives, movements that all alleviate the pressures of the SME sector and, of course, to help them stay in business and build a bigger and more successful business.
100%. I think we find ourselves at a point in time in our country where business is tough, especially talking of smaller businesses, of course. What was this idea of NSBC Africa? Where was it born from? Because you're the founder.
Yes, 13 years ago, I founded the organization. I've always been an entrepreneur, and of course, I sold my own company to an international company. I decided I've always been within the SME sector. So I decided that I want to use my experience I've gained over many years and really spend the rest of my life helping others in the SME environment to, of course, to become successful. And we never could have imagined that we would have arrived at where we are right now. I always had one vision. If I could help one small business in one small way every day, I would be successful. So where we are today, I'm truly grateful for. And of course, this is not working for me. It's an amazing journey. It's about helping others. So yes, it was born on a vision to really help others. And I think that's the important part about most business owners, that if you can really, if you're true to yourself and you help others, you'll always be okay.
100%. Now, in terms of starting up a business, when you say that the global startup renaissance is a revolution, if you will, what do you mean by that? Are we finding quite a boom in that sector at the moment?
Damian, importantly, what's happening around the world, there is a startup renaissance, startup revolution. And, the thing is, if you look at the Great Depression after that, you look after the Second World War, it was then again. And so the ultimate frenzy now is towards startups, starting your own business. We've all been used to, in certain ways, working from home, being mobile. The pandemic have pushed a lot of people in different directions. So, and what is also, I've been on a few global conferences, and what is also widely known is that the biggest companies of the future have been born during the pandemic. The future Apples, the future Microsofts. So, and that's the choice that many took, the beginning of the pandemic. We had two choices: to curl up and die, or stand up, be positive, and be resilient. And if you look at the SME sector in South Africa and around the world, it's not all doom and gloom. And many have learned to adapt, to try new things, to do new things, and of course to seize the moment. And we've seen there's been some casualties in the tourism and the hospitality sector, but these are mercurial people who are wonderful people who've got a great business at the wrong time. If you've got a coffee shop in a busy area and you shut down for 4 or 5 months, no matter how good you are, there's nothing that you can do. But these mercurial people are coming back. They have the ability to employ others. They are job creators. And we are spending a great deal of our time and efforts at the NSBC to help those who've suffered, to bring them back into mainstream.
In my experience, when it comes to business, people often seem to have some kind of entrepreneurial outlook. They want to get a business going. They want to, they have a dream, but they don't ever quite get going. Why do you think people are apprehensive to start their own businesses?
That's a great question, Damian. I think the number one reason is what people are waiting for the conditions to be perfect. The conditions will never be perfect. You'll never have the perfect product, the perfect solution, the perfect service, the perfect business plan.
Mm.
But once you take action and do it and you embrace failure, that's when you can start moving towards perfection. So my plea to everyone out there, make it happen. Start now. Even if it's about registering your company, you can change that name anytime. Getting that partial business plan together. But make it happen. You know what the case of, well, the not so good thing here is many will wake up on their deck chair one day and look back and say, if only I did this and if only I did that. Seize the moment. It doesn't matter if you fail. I've never met a successful entrepreneur who hasn't failed. You know, if you don't fail, you're not going to become successful. Failure is a part of that success curve. Embrace it. But importantly, Damian, learn from that failure. So learn from it, move forward. Fail, learn from it, move forward. And if you take that approach with positivity, you will achieve what you want to achieve in life.
So I think a burning question on a lot of people's minds is, what's going to make me a fortune? How am I going to do it?
No one. Remember old Jim Rohn, the famous American entrepreneur? Self-education will make you a fortune. Formal education will make you a living. And that's the whole point. Don't worry now on how to do it. Follow on who's done it. So what we've got to do is understand self-education, videos, podcasts, the internet.
Yeah.
Think about what you really want to do, then follow the most successful people in the world who've done it through self-education. So adopt self-education as a vital area of starting out and growing in business. And that will allow you to get to where you want to be. I'm not saying here formal education is a bad thing, but I think that too many people think that formal education is going to get them to where they want to be.
Yeah, be all or end all.
Yeah, and you know, I've never met a successful entrepreneur anywhere in the world. And if you look at most CEOs of the biggest companies in the world, they all have been powered by self-education.
Yeah.
None of them, the major ones, have had formal education. But the combination, there's nothing wrong with that.
100%. Have you got any, I suppose, keys to success that you'd share with our listeners?
Well, you know, every year I write a book under the banner of Never Surrender. And of course, here what I do is I learn from the world's greatest entrepreneurs on how they have gone from zero to hero.
Yeah.
You know, natural talent is irrelevant to great success. Success is a choice. Happiness is a choice. So we have to choose, what do we want to achieve in life? And we have to remember, we're not born entrepreneurs. We turn ourselves into entrepreneurs. So we've got to look at the key. What are the key things? What are the key traits? What are the key learnings? And what can we do from today to be able to conquer the world? First thing is, we've got to believe in ourselves, our ability to triumph. Super self-confidence. How do we do that? You know, people say to me, well, Mike, that's easier said than done. I've been working for this company for most of my life. I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
But here again, like Richard Branson says, adopt the magic of tiny steps. Start with tiny goals and win. The next tiny goal and win. And after you've gone through a series of wins, you start elevating your goals and your vision. Think big, dream big, but start with the magic of tiny steps. But another key area is we've got to love what we do and do what we love.
Yeah.
If we love what we do, we will never have to work another day in our lives. And here again, my plea out there is, if you don't like what you're doing right now, whether you're working for a corporate or if you're doing something in your own business, you cannot succeed. Change direction.
Yeah.
The other key point is, if you look at the top 10 from the world's top 100 mega entrepreneurs, you've got to soar with the eagles that fly high. You've got to mix with positive, like-minded people who encourage you on your journey to triumph. Get rid of the negative people around you. Avoid yourself of the toxicity. So here again, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around most in life. So if you want to become successful and to get that positivity, surround yourself and mix with the eagles that fly high. And imperatively, we got to think differently. Let's think about the late Steve Jobs. I would rather be a pirate than join the Navy. Learn new things, try new things, do new things. Don't follow the sheep. Don't do what 95% of the global population do. and live a life of mediocrity. Be different, act quickly, move on opportunities. And I think from that side, we've got to understand, take risk and take action. I mentioned that earlier. Embrace failure, make it happen. Because if you don't take action and make it happen, you'll be saying this for the rest of your life. And one day you'll look back and you'll say again, if only I did this and if only I did that. These are some of the key steps. But here again, Damian, what I'm talking about now is not a secret. You know, we can continuously Google, look at videos, look at YouTube, and self-educate. What do the world's most successful people do right from the beginning until the end? And start reminding ourselves every day, let's start today. How many of us out there get up before 5 a.m? Start getting up early and start seizing the nation.
I think it's important to take those first small steps and build up. I think people often look at where they want to be, and they don't realize that that journey begins with all these small incremental steps that you build up, and you go and you make them habits day after day after day, and it builds up to something bigger. You've really shared with us like a wealth of knowledge today, and I look forward to speaking to you again, Mike. If people want some more information on what you guys are all about, is there a website that we can visit?
Simple. NSBC.Africa.
NSBC.Africa.
That's it.
100%. Mike, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to chatting to you again.
All the very best. Take care, Damian.
Business Boost is brought to you by Mix 93.8 and the National Small Business Chamber, turning small business into big business.
Hey, it's Scotty here from Hey Halfway. If you're looking to buy an excellent condition pre-owned vehicle, then you are at the right place.